Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, scheduled for Photo Khairpur. Titled as First International Multidisciplinary Conference on Emerging Trends on Engineering Technology 2023. The IMCEET-2023 is an extraordinary opportunity for all of us to come together and exchange knowledge, ideas, and perspectives on the latest advancement in the field of engineering technology on emerging trends. I warmly welcome to all distinguished guests and esteemed participants to this event. I am delighted to be here today to share some thoughts on the importance of this event. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude to the chief guest of honors, all keynote speakers, attendees, sponsors, volunteers, faculty members, and students for making this conference possible. We have an incredible lineup of keynote speakers and panelists planned for the next couple of days. And I am excited to see the knowledge sharing and collaborations that will emerge from these sessions. We are gathered here today for a very special occasion to explore and exchange ideas on the emerging trends in engineering technologies. The theme of this conference, multidisciplinary emerging trends on engineering technology, is timely and relevant, especially in today's fast-changing world where innovation is the key to success. Indeed, it is critical for addressing the complex issues we face as a society, from engineering technology to the climate change. Throughout this conference, we will hear from experts who are leading the way in innovation across various fields. We will explore new technologies, best practices, and emerging trends that are shaping the future of our industries, and we will discuss how we can leverage these innovations to create better tomorrow for all. As we begin this conference, it is important to recognize that we are not just a group of professionals from various industries and academic institutions. Rather, we are a community of innovators, dynamic leaders, and change makers who are committed to making a positive impact on the world. I am honored to give a warm welcome to all keynote speakers, and let us all embrace this opportunity to learn, collaborate, and innovate for a better tomorrow. Finally, I would like to encourage all of you to make the most of this conference. Take this opportunity to network, learn, and collaborate with your peers and to explore the many opportunities that this event has to offer. Thank you all and regards.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aftab Ahmed Subur Sahab. A few words from my side. Dr. Aftab Ahmed Subur Sahab has been a great leader throughout his journey in the BBSUTSD Khairpur, and I've been blessed to have been working under him for quite a few years now. Now, I would request Honorable Professor Dr. Rasul Bashir Sahab, Vice Chancellor, the Benazir Bhutto Shaheed University of Technology and Skill Development, to please present the welcome speech and give brief overview of the university to the audience.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency Sayyid Kaim Shah Sahab, former Chief Minister, Government of Sindh, respected Mr. Imtiaz Hussain Gilani Sahab, Chairman, National Technology Council, respected Professor Dr. Taha Hussain Ali, Vice Chancellor, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Dr. Fatia Suja, Professor at UK Malaysia, Professor Dr. Abdusami Qureshi, Pro Vice Chancellor, Mehran University, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Campus, Professor Dr. Aftab Ahmed Sumro Sahib, Chair Convener of the conference, Professor Dr. Khalil Ibn Sahib, Vice Chancellor Shah Abdul Latif University, khairpur, mirs, Professor Dr. Tahmina Magan, Vice Chancellor Begum Nasrat Bhutto University for Women, Professor Dr. Durmaman Pathan, Pro Vice Chancellor, appointed Pro Vice Chancellor, and will be joining this camp, I think, from 20th of this month. District Management, Dr. Shirazi Saab, Director, Center of Excellence in Analytical Chemistry, Sindh University, Damshoro, Professor from ComSat, Professor from UET, Peshawar, and other distinguished authors, keynote speakers, national as well as internationals, distinguished deans, faculty members, delegates from Chinese company, delegate from Turkish company, and Mr. Riyaz Hussain Sumro Sahab, Secretary. I hope he arrived or maybe he is joining soon. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepared for today. In my view, inspiration does exist everywhere, but it has to find our creativity. I, in my capacity as the Vice Chancellor of Benazir Bhutto Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development, which has the distinction of being the first technical university of Sindh province, welcome all the distinguished guests, dignitaries, scholars, authors, faculty, students, and esteemed participants. I take great professional pleasure on being together for this technological significant event and academically research-worthy discourse on the occasion of the first international conference at the Benazir Bhutto Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development. This is the true manifestation of our unwavering commitment to customize the objectives and signify the goal to reckon with. Before I begin introducing our honorable guests and dignitaries, let me first begin by giving you a brief overview of my university. Soon after independence, the severe dearth of technical education was realized to materialize the industrial development and capture the market. The formation of committees and series of surveys led to the foundation of industrial development programs, which culminated in technical institutes. So Benazir Bhutto Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development Khairpur was initially named Sir Ali Murad Technical Institute in early 50s. And subsequently it was upgraded to a Polytechnical Institute by Government of West Pakistan in 1962. It was further upgraded by Government College of Technology Khairpur in 1974 to introduce offer BTech programs in various technologies. Massive investment across in Sindh, petroleum exploration and production sector obviated the need skilled manpower to both take up the jobs and undertake the leadership in the oil exploration and production companies. Therefore, realizing the need and government of Sindh with financial assistance from Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Resources, Government of Pakistan established the Petroleum Training Institute in the field of petroleum at Khairpur in 2010. The Government of Sindh extended and upgraded Government College Technology, Khairpur, to the status of Benazir Bhutto, Shaheed University of Technology and Skill Development, Khairpur, through a bill passed by the Sindh Assembly in 2016, followed by the official assent, which eventually culminated the emergence of university and having gone through the transitional stage. 5 years plus year down the line now, we have been successful in producing competitively marketable and employable graduates, and the university has gone a long way in terms of research and technology. Our faculty and students have got the international recognition through academic excellence and technical expertise in short period. We stand with our vision to lead global technological education and embed market-driven employable and entrepreneurship skill to empower the community. And we aim to actualize, retain and progress through our mission to empower the community and country with hands-on technological knowledge through high-quality teaching, research environment, innovative tools and techniques, and entrepreneurial and global leadership skills with the conscious and ethical norms and values. As the Vice Chancellor, I feel honored and humbled to be leading this prestigious university capable of bringing technological education. I feel gracious to have an opportunity to take the university to new academic heights, thus transforming it to becoming the center of technological development that would mark a new era with our collaborative efforts, shared goals and exchanges of ideas. As the world is fast heading towards technology, research is the key to keeping its foundation, triggering the technological ramifications, and I look forward to this event turning into wonderful first international conference at the university. To this end, with immense gratitude, I am glad and grateful to see all of you here, sir. I know it is not easy to spare time from your hectic schedules and professional commitments. I am indebted to all of you to grace this event with your presence and make this discourse more meaningful and worthy of national and international attention. I am thankful to our honorable Chief Guest, Science and Timely Shah, former Chief Minister of Sindh, for gracing the occasion with his presence. Let me do add here that besides being a reputed politician, a learned lawmaker, His Excellency's contributions to promoting higher education, not only in the university but throughout the city, are highly commendable and inspiring. I am also grateful to Mr. Imtiaz Gilani, Chairman, National Technology Council, for gracing this first international conference with your presence, please. I am also thankful to Professor Dr. Taha Hussain Ali, Chancellor, Mehran University of Engineering, Vice Chancellor, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, that is also my alma mater, for coming and adding 4 moons to the occasion this his presence. I am also thankful to Professor Dr. Sami Qureshi Sahab, Pro Vice Chancellor of the mirs at campus Khairpur, and also being here as a custodian of this campus. Really, I am very much thankful to him for his cooperation and organizing this conference in this time. I am deeply grateful to the Professor Dr. Fatih Asuja, Professor of UK and Malaysia, for being with us. We feel honored to have you here. I also congratulate our Professor Dr. Aftab Sumro as the convener of the conference and his team. They have organized this mega event. Really, this is not a 2-day or 3-day event. There is some homework behind it. And now this event is happening. So, sir, congratulations to you. As a perpetual researcher, being the Vice Chancellor of Benazir Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development, I extend my best wishes to speakers, keynote speakers, authors, scholars, researchers here. And yes, I aspire to see the conference of global repute to achieve its much deserved fruitful outcome. Once again, I am thankful to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Rasul Bashmar Sahab, Vice Chancellor, BBSUTSD Khairpur. It is indeed a great honor to have a person like him as our leader today, because the US-Pakistan Center for Advanced Research in Water itself is a very great milestone and has been famous across the country. And we are proud to have him as a former leader of that center. Now, I would like to request our guest of honor, Professor Dr. Taha Hussain Ali, Vice Chancellor, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Jamshoro, to come on the stage, on the rostrum, for his speech as guest of honor at the conference.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I say Kaimali Khasab, the former Chief Minister, Government of Sindh and sitting member of Provincial Assembly. Mr. Imtiaz Hussain Gilani Sahab, the Chairman NTC. Dr. Rasul Bashmar Sahab, the Vice Chancellor, Benazir Bhutto Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development, Khairpur Region. Professor Dr. Sami Qureshi Sahab, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Engineering and Technology, Shahid Campus. Among us as a keynote speaker from Malaysia, Professor Dr. Fatih Ashuja. We welcome Dr. Khalid Bhutto Sahab, Vice Chancellor, Shabdul Latif University, Khairpur, Dr. Tehina, the Vice Chancellor of the University Sector, the Conference Chair, Dr. Aftab Sundro, Secretary, delegates from different corners. I can see the Shakur Sahab from Peshawar. He's sitting here. We welcome all the members here. Indeed, it's a pleasure to be the part of this first international conference on emerging trends in engineering technology. I think this is the first mega event being organized by the Benazir Bhutto Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development that would be there. And to be very honest, I'm really glad that this event is being arranged here in collaboration with Mehran University of Engineering and Technology. So actually, there is engineering and there is a technology, and whenever there is a technology, the engineering has to be there. And whenever there is to be engineering, the technology has to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, I remember about 9 months back or 10 months back when we were having a conference here on mathematics, and the chief guest from Dr. Bhatti was from MIRS. Though he was a medical doctor, but the words he spoke, and very utterly he spoke, and that made me, at least made me to think that we are very much lacking in technology side, despite of engineering and technologies and all that. But I think we miss a very big part of technology because we don't understand the importance of technology in nowadays, which is being immersed in terms of IT, in terms of other hardware. I think the technology is one of the missing elements which we have come up with. He came up with this idea that how come we have got so much universities here and we don't even know how to make a thermometer. We don't even know how to come up with an X-ray. And that made me to think that importance of technology, though it's a very basic thing to be understood, but I think that it's a wonderful thing to come up with such a multidisciplinary conference on emerging technologies which are taking place in our society in Pakistan nowadays. Very recently, I got a chance to attend a conference in Denmark on 6G technologies, emerging technologies, and that made me think that we are not even being able to cope up with 4G, and the world is going towards the 6G technology. And we are not even happy with 4G. Even 3G is not working properly yet. The 6G is something very different. Metaverse and IT and artificial intelligence, where the world is going, and we are lagging far, far behind from that. But sir, it's really good to see that the university is coming up with such a conference. And sir, it is indeed pleasure to say that all the vice chancellors who have come here from belonging to this area, this is the universities are existing now, even this campus, and even this auditorium where we are sitting right now, it's called, sir, it's your brainchild, where you have thought to make Khairpur as an educational galaxy, center of the galaxy, and where we are now. I think your vision, being as the former the Chief Minister of Sindh, Government of Sindh, has made it bring into the reality today. And indeed, it's a pleasure to see that here at Khairpur, we are looking at the technologies and the engineering and the collaborations, which I think should be more extended to the universities from Sector also and the other universities of the Khairpur. So I hope that this 3 days conference will come up with such recommendations and such things which can be communicated to the government of Sindh, government of Pakistan for the implementation of these, where we can be able to compete with the other work in terms of the technology, in terms of engineering. And because it's a multidisciplinary, so it is not only related only with one field or another field, artificial intelligence and all that. It can come up with other fields also, but definitely the IT is now bringing everything closer and everything at one platform. As you can see, very amazing examples of ChatGPT, where the person, I'm at least at my stage, I'm really confused at how come the answers are everywhere, and that particular software is replying to every of the answers we are given. So it's really good to see that collaboration is going, and I hope that all the delegates and who have come around Pakistan and around the world, they will be having a comfortable stay, and they will be coming up with such recommendations which should be the part of our strategies, for national strategies for our technology. Again, I'm thankful to you, Professor Basmaya, for collaborating with Mehran University and bringing the Mehran University and this. And I'm thankful to Saikaim Ali Shah Sahab, who has taken his time out from his busy schedule to be the part of this, and still at this stage it shows his seriousness towards education, excellence of education, this research, where he is here, this means that it's still the things can be on a more better way. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being part of this conference, and I hope that this conference would come up with some successful results. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Taha Hussain Ali. I don't want to miss this opportunity, and very important to let you know that Mehran University has recently been awarded with the Education Excellence Award by the Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industries, and the award was given by His Excellency President Arif Alvi himself. So I myself am a proud graduate of Mehran University myself. Thank you so much, sir. Now it's time for a video message. We have received a video message from the Honorable Professor Dr. Angappa Gunasekharan. He is working as Dean Faculty of Engineering in California State University, United States of America. He has got more than 40 years of experience in research and academics, as well as administration. He has worked in USA, UK, Australia, Finland, and many other companies. He has been the editor-in-chief of more than 20 international research journals. He has got more than 3,000 research publications to his credit and has been obtaining more than 7,000 citations. The extended version of this conference will be published in his journals. Due to his busy schedule, he could not come at the conference physically and attend it. I am requesting the management to kindly play his video message.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I apologize for not being able to attend the conference in person or through Zoom due to my travels. Nonetheless, I am honored and delighted to express my sincere gratitude to my good friend, Professor Hussain Bucks Mori, for inviting me to participate in the first international multidisciplinary conference on emerging trends in engineering technology. The conference theme is especially timely and relevant, considering the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the role that technology has played in our daily lives and work. So we have experienced a paradigm shift because of the pandemic. In particular, computer technologies have revolutionized engineering. The multidisciplinary approach to problem solving has become increasingly crucial in any organization, whether in manufacturing or services, as each system is interdependent. Therefore, it is essential to employ a multidisciplinary approach to address complex problems in today's information-intensive world. As we know, ChatGPT has been transforming the world and promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion. Emerging economies such as Pakistan must concentrate on achieving equitable growth across the society to enhance the country's well-being. Investing in higher education is an ideal avenue for promoting equity, diversity, and inclusiveness. I am proud of the Benazir Bhutto Sahib University of Technology and Skills Development for organizing this critical conference. Professor Mori has shared with me the list of papers to be presented at the conference, and I'm impressed with the cutting-edge research topics, including environmental and climate change, artificial intelligence, robotics, and logistics, and supply chain management. These are very relevant and excellent topics of research apart from other traditional engineering areas. I'm also pleased to note that the papers selected from the conference will be considered for publication in the International Journal of Services and Operations Management, International Journal of Operational Research, International Journal of Process Management, and benchmarking, and Mehran Institute of Engineering and Technology sponsored Journal of Engineering Technology. So I wish you all the best for a successful and effective conference. Thank you for the opportunity to make this, great welcome to the conference. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. In contemporary times, Technology followed by research and improved the standards of living, humanizing the benchmark to great extent and has given a new dimension to global development. And the silver line is that such academic cum scholarly events are a source of ample opportunities to expand horizons and integrate the knowledge with pragmatic skills. Now, I would like to request Honorable for keynote speech at the conference. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your kind introduction. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning to all of you. Alhamdulillah, with the grace of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, we gathered here. His Excellency Sheikh Qasim Ali Shah Jilani, the Chief Guest, our Honorable Guest of Honors, respected Vice Chancellor of the Benazir Bhutto Shahid University for Technology and Skill Development, Prof. Rasul, and also who also chairs on the conference committee and all the management teams for this conference, and also to all the distinguished audience and ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it is an honor and privilege for me to be able to be invited as an invited speaker for this first international multidisciplinary conference on emerging trends in engineering technology 2003, and also it has been a strong reason for me to set foot on this Pakistani soil for the first time. Although I have many good Pakistani friends back in Malaysia. Okay, and also I'm feeling grateful to the organizing committee led by Dr. Aftab and his team, and also Dr. Asim, who has been my first contact for the research. Okay, for today, actually I would like to share with all of you case studies on green engineering approach for effluent and waste management in Malaysia. Actually this is the theme of the conference is very much in line with the green engineering for a sustainable world. And I'm confident it is very important, the role of emerging technologies in implementing green, for us to implement green services and change the status quo of what we are doing now. So I think this is, and I had the opportunity to look at the keynotes and also presentation titles, and I'm very sure that we will be able to get many green new ideas after the conference, and I think it is very impressive. Okay, for today I would like to share with all of you a few maybe works on consultancy and also research project relating green technology and how Malaysia especially look at this treatment of our three organic waste to actually to apply this green technology and to look how we with these engineering principles, whether we have applied the engineering principles or not for the treatment of these three waste. So actually organic waste is a major dilemma for many countries, not only the advanced. Okay, so because if these organic waste are not properly treated for liquid organic waste, it will pose many environmental risks. Okay, but the best treatment system for this easily biodegradable organic waste is, of course, biological treatment system, which is, I think many of you are familiar with this. But but we often hear that wastewater or organic waste is partially treated, biological systems are not working well. So we need to at least design our treatment plant based on the engineering, maybe I should say the technology, green technology principles, so that most of the time we'll be able to get a good, we will be able to settle the organic waste management with all these green principles. Okay, the content of my speech is about the organic waste and green concept, and after that we will be looking at three main organic waste treatment: the sewage, leachate, and food waste in Malaysia. Okay, the organic waste. Actually, for today we will be looking into the solid and liquid organic waste. The solid organic waste refers to the material that have solid or semi-solid consistency, like food waste, yard waste, agricultural waste, and wood waste. So the treatment options, usually we have this composting, anaerobic system, or we can have mechanical and biological system. And for the liquid waste, refer to the liquid organic waste, refer to the waste this material liquid consistency, and some of the common organic waste is the sewage, food processing effluent, and animal manure. So in organic, the words organic in biological and in biology and also in environment means that something that is derived from living organisms. Okay, but in chemistry, when we say organic, it means that the material composed of hydrocarbon. Okay, why we need to treat this organic waste? And so we look at the organic waste and the greenhouse effect. So the gas like carbon dioxide in normal condition, for example, in normal condition, gas like a blanket and trap the heat transfer, the heat inside this atmosphere. But usually, so the organic waste, maybe like food waste, exacerbates this climate change crisis because of the significant emission of carbon dioxide footprint. Okay, so especially because this, for example, the transportation, the production, and this if food waste is transferred to the landfill, it will emit a more potent biogas like methane. So, as these gases accumulate, it will make this the transfer of this gas. It will make this. It is very difficult for the energy to go out into the space. So the energy coming into the atmosphere will be more compared to energy going out because of this accumulation of this greenhouse gas. This is what make our atmosphere increase in temperature. And in water body, this organic waste also will affect the dissolved oxygen content. So it is organic waste is oxygen demanding waste. So because of this biodegradability, whether it's in the form of suspended, colloidal, or in the dissolved form, it will undergo degradation by decomposition by aerobic bacterial activity. And when we have this high concentration of organic waste being discharged into the water body, we will have dissolved oxygen rapidly exhausted. So it will make our aquatic life precious, and also all the aerobic bacteria will die. What will affect is the aquatic communities and ecosystem of our water body. Okay, so green engineering principles. Before we look into the treatment, how this green engineering and also the treatment of organic waste need to be looked at, we need to understand what we mean by green engineering principles. This is very important because the treatment of organic waste, most of them is using biological treatment. It is actually very diverse. Very diverse, so there is a need to really select the appropriate treatment technology which requires substantial understanding and also of the treatment fundamentals and also experience in managing the treatment operations. So definition by USEPA, green engineering principles is the design, commercialization and use of processes and products in a way that reduces pollution, promotes sustainability and minimize risk to human health and the environment without sacrificing economic viability and efficiency. So actually the principles that have been outlined first actually to minimize the degradation of the environment. It has zero or low greenhouse gas emission. It is safe for use and promotes healthy and improved environment for all forms of life. It conserves the use of energy and natural resources, and it promotes the use of renewable resources. Okay, before we look into how these green engineering principles play a role in Malaysia for managing the sewage treatment, we look at the overview of the sewage generation in Malaysia. So, due to our increased population and economic growth, the existing plants for the treatment of sewage quickly become undersized. So, actually many Malaysian rivers function. When you see this number by Department of Environment in 2017, actually previously we have 579 rivers in 2008. But then in 2017, it becomes only 477 rivers. Okay, so again, types of treatment plant being used for the sewage management of sewage by Indawater, our national water service, is activated sludge treatment plants. I think many people are quite familiar to see this type of treatment plants. So, this sewage treatment plant will remove the organic pollutants and also nutrients in the sewage. But we have to make sure that this green STP is applicable in any of the treatment plants. So we define green STP as successfully treating sewage to meet the discharge limit for the chosen area. Treat sewage at lowest energy demand, meaning lowest energy requirement per population equivalent. Treat sewage without harmful residuals, no harmful effluent or sludge or aerosols, and process residuals into reusable products such as compost and water. This is what we mean when we say that it's a green sewage treatment plant. Okay, so actually there are so many types of activated sludge treatment plants, but the one that I want to highlight is the most important one is about these different modes in terms of microbial growth curve. Because we have this hybrid system, conventional process, and extended aeration. So understanding of this type of treatment plant is very important because we can see that when the system is said to be high rate, meaning that the signified parameter, the food to mass ratio, the amount of waste and the microorganisms in the system is high, the value is high. So actually this system, they are easily upset than other processes, but it's good that it has high turnover rates. But in Malaysia, we don't find this high storage system being operated by our inner waters consortium, but more on this conventional process and extended duration. But that's why the understanding of this treatment system is very important. So I was involved in a study by the Ministry of Energy, Green Technology and Water to look at our sewage treatment plant to synergize with the green application. So we look at 5 sewage treatment plants, the advanced conventional activated sludge plant, and then we have another 4 types which are very popular to use in other parts of the world. The extended duration, replacing range, modified oxygen, and advanced oxidation. All of these are extended duration types. So why we need to understand this? Because in Malaysia, most of the treatment plants use this type of extended duration.
Đây là một cái bánh. Kia đi. Đây là
the part that really use this power consumption and cost is the irrigation part. So we look at only the conventional system use less irrigation. So we learned that from here because before this, the conventional thinking that the system will more cost on the sewage management. So they all use the extended irrigation type. The extended irrigation type costs a lot of energy. And also the microorganisms contribute more because they are microorganisms. Okay, so this one needs to be included. And then, so another part is the energy saving. When you say green criteria, is substitution of demand with lower energy use. So with all the irrigation using conventional equipment, we suggest that they install wearable speed drivers in the plants. Okay, and about the process optimization for the green criteria, actually it's not difficult because the operator can always change the environment or the process to encourage or discourage the specific rate of microorganisms. Okay, when we talk about green sewage treatment plants, we need another important criteria, the recovery of the waste. So we need to alter the pathway for these organic destruction. Conventionally, it will be used from organics to CO2 and also the sludge, right? So the green STP actually need to have these intermediates of biogas that is converted to energy and also the sludge and also become biofertilizer. Since from all the STP, the modification will need a lot of cost and will also interfere with the current existing treatment, we suggest a proposal for green sewage treatment where we have this a new type of, it's not a new type, a different type of activated sludge plant, which use we call contact activated sludge plant, where the microorganisms are very volatile and energetic to be used by anaerobic digestion for the biogas process. Okay, in this way, there are 4 types of energy saving, where the energy required to convert organics to CO2 is not used anymore because we have converted it into the biogas. Use of intermediates to produce energy, the transportation energy to the landfill is like we save this because usually this anaerobic treatment is done at the site. In sludge landfilling and greenhouse gases, we don't have this problem because of the stabilized sludge that can be used for fertilizer. Okay, so the second one is about digit. So the overview, the generation of solid-based landfill, because of this Malaysia 2.8 million. So we estimate the solid waste generated
Ane bhi.
28,000 metric tons. So we have these non-operating landfill sites, operating non-sanitary landfill sites, and we also have transfer stations. All of these waste management facilities actually generate leachate. Especially that Malaysia has high volume of rainwater. So it is a big worry to us that this leachate organic matter, non-biodegradable and biodegradable.
Camera मेरी लगी भाई.
So actually most of these they don't have this leachate treatment, but the best treatment that we have is at one of the sanitary landfill, but they use this FDR component, the non-integrated stress system, and also the so we found that this type of treatment actually use large and land area, and therefore it's not suitable to be implemented for the remaining of landfills in South Malaysia. So and also we also get a release of landfill gas like methane and carbon dioxide. So what we have is that we want to show how this leachate transfer station is very important waste management facility in Malaysia, because usually the landfill is located far from the densely populated area. So we have this landfill transfer station to compress the waste and also finally get this. So the anaerobic digestion system, the UASD, usually by industry, is not suitable for this leachate because of this fat and protein content. So what we want to do is about showing you how we treat this leachate using anaerobic biofilm digester, because by using this immobilization technique, the media, the biofilm, we will be able to treat waste with high solid retention time and low hydraulic retention time. So you can see that all the green criteria are met. Energy saving, no energy demand for aeration by having this anaerobic biofilm digester, resource recovery, emission minimization, process optimization, and process intensification. Okay, so this is this solid waste transfer station that we have in Malaysia for this treatment. So you can see that the pH is very low, 4. So it's very dangerous and it's not practically, if you want to use biological treatment, it seems possible if you don't increase the pH first. But finally, with this pilot plant at biogas site of our university, with this leachate storage, effluent, and bioscrubber, we managed to get the stable operation without the pH control, meaning that we use the system, the biomass acclimatization. Okay, and then finally from the leachate, from the 38,000 COD, we managed to reduce until 900 milligram per liter of COD. Okay, so we must make sure that it is in anaerobic digestion because it's 350 millivolt. Okay, so we also generate biogas out of this treatment. And we also, from this pilot scale, we managed to have this substrate removal inactive model and also gas generation, which is very good because when you want to upscale the system, it's very easy and very accurate. And we study the microbial community to show the alignment of this removal performance with the types of bacteria that we have in the system. And then finally it's about the food waste, the pilot scale biofilm digester for food waste treatment. So we have a lot of problems actually with food waste, not only in other parts, but also when we study the rest area in Malaysia, because this our Malaysian Railway Authority would like to change, transform the rest area into green facility. So I guess this is what we do at the University of Malaysia regarding our waste. So the waste flow, we have this non-organic waste. We have UKM recycling center for the recyclables. We have organic waste, untreated food waste, garden waste by composting, and food waste by anaerobic digester and black soldier fly system. Okay, so this is what we do to characterize first the food waste of our campus, and then we start off with this lab scale system to really study the genetic of the system, and finally to show that it is working for a pilot scale anaerobic film digester. So this treatment actually is enough for our engineering chemical area to treat the waste from our engineering chemical area. Okay, and this is showing the stability, renewable performance, the kinetic model, the microbial community of the system. Okay, it is not a biological system, but when it's a biology system. But when we talk about resource recovery, this is a better option actually, black soldier fly system. So we have this in our campus for the project. So because the product of the life cycle of this black soldier fly in organic waste, not only food waste, can be sold. Usually you can see the price of the product, even the live black soldier fly label, the microwave, the oven drive, the live, the FFX, all have value. So when we talk about linear economy, circular economy, so we can see that black soldier fly treatment system is very common. The France, the hygiene, can be so. Okay, and if you have other organic waste, not only food waste, especially from industry, because it's consistent concentration, then it is better for this. Okay, and then we also have this pilot plan for black soldier fly, the learning necessity and UKM to share you how we manage to track our own black soldier fly. I mean the local black soldier fly, not from other countries. Okay, and I think because the time given to finish thanks for listening.
Thank you so much. Your hard work is really appreciable. And now, I would like to request Honorable Mr. Imtiaz, Chairman, National Technology Council, Islamabad, for his speech as a distinguished guest of honor at this eventful occasion. Please, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Izzat Mahab, Kaim Ali Shah Sahib, and Muazzaz Vice Chancellors sitting with me on the stage, other distinguished guests on the stage, Vice Chancellors, Pro-Vice Chancellors, distinguished dignitaries sitting in front of me, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students. First of all, I'd like to thank the Vice Chancellor and Benazir Bhutto Shaheed University for inviting me here to spend some time with you. I'd like to congratulate the university and the organizers for arranging this very important conference. In the beginning, when I got this topic, it was the real-world applications of engineering technology, which got refined to emerging trends. Either way, these are thoughts. What engineers, what engineering technologists do is so vast, I cannot even wrap my head around it. Think of a world without engineers, without engineering technologists, and you will see a vacuum. This room you are sitting in, if an engineer did not design this room, if a technologist and technicians did not build it, if there were no factories making this furniture, if there was no machines with this public address system, if there were no textile mills to clothe us like we are, we would be sitting under a tree, probably on stones and stumps, and probably fig leaves to cover our honesty. So to say what do engineers and engineering technologists do? Everything. I posit God gives us life, engineers and technologists make life worth living. I'm an old man. My father's first car used to need a crank. It's a straightened out S-shaped thing which young people probably have never seen. You shove it in a thing up front in the engine, you crank it, the engine sputters or it doesn't sputter, and then you use it. I've used telephones where we used to talk to a person, to tell them to talk to, I want to talk to Mr. So-and-so, or a drum call in which you book the call with London, and he would say, 4 days, 3 days if you are lucky. I've lived through that. And now, then technology in different facets always astonished me. But lately, 3 things I just want to share with you. When I was little, I was still, not even little, I was quite old. I didn't understand why an airplane even stays aloft. With all the fat people and the heavy luggage, why doesn't it just drop down? I was still grappling with that when other sciences showed me otherwise. Lately, if some of you have seen images, the James Webb Space Telescope is sending images that are absolutely mind-boggling. We knew we were nothing, but looking at those images where the Earth is a speck, absolute speck in the vastness of what we call our galaxy, the Milky Way. And then there are images in which Milky Way is just a speck amongst millions of other galaxies. It scares me. Now, people are saying human beings are too expensive to kill in war. So they started drone technology. The latest cutting-edge drone technology is that B-sized drones, with capability not only to hold on to faces that you feed into it, it also has some kind of explosive thing where it can almost kill a person. In one plane, you can have millions of these drones. Just take them, drop them. You don't need boots on the ground. And then, of course, already people mentioned our dear friend ChatGPT. It can think better than me. It can construct better than me. It can do all kinds of things. This is scary stuff. But after listening to the green presentation here, I know you people are going to be listening to a lot of technical papers. Let me bring down the whole atmosphere a few notches down. While you will be listening to emerging trends in engineering technology, let me talk of the trending engineering technology in Pakistan. Like I said, engineers, technologists, technicians, we do all kinds of things. Broadly speaking, from transportation health sciences, renewable energy, communications. These are the fat subjects in which we have done a lot. Strangely, I was talking to the Vice Chancellor of Mehran University. Many of us still don't know what a technologist is. What does engineering technology mean? Now I know to some of you this sounds probably rhetorical. It's not rhetoric. I'm sitting in an office and constantly being asked this. This young lady was asking me earlier, what is the difference? So let me also admit, I'm a thoroughbred engineer, but I've been given this assignment to run the National Technology Council, so I have no biases here. As an elder person who feels for Pakistan, I will say what I think is the way to go vis-a-vis engineers and technologists. Engineering and technologies fall bang in the center of what they call STEM curriculum or STEM education. You all know better than me essays for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now, scientists are those big brains, Einsteins and Newtons, who looked at nature and made laws. Engineers and engineering technologists take those laws and convert them into useful products or useful processes from which our lives benefit. They say engineers are applied scientists and engineering technologists are applied engineers. Engineer does the original thinking, the concept, the design, then development, then prototype, then testing. The technologists may start with the engineer on a smaller scale from the beginning, but their role starts from the development side to the maintenance side to the improvement side. Ideally, life is always a pyramid. Whether it's a family unit, whether it's an army unit or whatever, it's a pyramid. Ideally, engineers, engineering technologists, and engineering technicians should have been pyramidal, but they're not. There's a lot of confusion. And let me give you the historic background. Till 1973, there was no confusion. There were two players doing engineering. Engineers and engineering technicians. Engineers were those who did Bachelors of Engineering. Technicians were those who did DAE. In 1973, Mr. Z.A. Bhutto thought that technology needs a huge uplift. So they said, let's put 2 more years into the DAE program and give them a bachelor's degree. It was done. But for 45 years, nobody recognized those degrees. Recognized in the sense, we did not give it the social stature it needed. We did not open the government employment doors for them. You will be, some of you at least will be shocked to know that in Pakistan, to get into government service, if you have 16 years of education, you start in BPS 17. No matter what kind of education you have, even if you've done it in Sanskrit, and they need somebody to teach Sanskrit, you will start in 17. The technologist is the only cadre that is not allowed entrance in 17. So they have to enter 11, which is the DAE. Initially, like I said, there was no issue. DAE started at 11, went up to 16. Engineers started at 17, went up to 22. So it was a beautifully stacked straight line. 1973 comes this other cadre with 16 years of education if they come through the FSC track, or 17 years education if they come through the DA track, because DA, you know, is 10 plus 3. Add 4 years to that, it's 17. Yet, there was no place for them. There still is not. There still is not. And that, I think, is absolutely not understandable. In 2016, Higher Education Commission thought they had the mandate to regulate these kind of disciplines, to create a body to regulate the technology education. So NTC, National Technology Council, was created in 2016. In 2018, NTC became functional. Since that time, there is a little voice, I would say, which reverberates through our power corridors. One of the manifestations is this today, that we are sitting here talking on this subject. There are now a few universities that only do technology, that do not do engineering, they only do technology. One of them is your university. I started the first one in Nusheira, Khairpur, Pakhtunkhwa. There is, I think, one or two more in Punjab. So a narrative has started because engineers are needed, but so are engineering technologists needed, and so are engineering technicians needed. When we started, we focused on standards. There was a stigma attached to it. I know many people, if somebody said I'm in a technology program, people sort of tend to look as sweetly at them as if they said I'm in an engineering program. So we thought, let's raise the standards. The first thing we did with experts, some of them sitting here, from my friend from Peshawar, we started making curricula. Now 15 curricula in 15 areas has been done. Just two salient features. A technology graduate will, there is no may, will, must spend 70% of the face-to-face time either in the lab or in an industry. There is no wishes there. They have to, otherwise we will not recognize the program. And every student going through a technology program, every, must have at least one semester of supervised industrial training. We would prefer two, but at least one. We will not recognize those programs that do not have this. So we think this will add strength, it will make the program robust, and it will give kids hands-on experience, which is so very needed. And this perfectly jives with the global pivot towards skills. There was a time when we used to think, just cram things up in your head, get 99 out of 100 and you are a smart person. If knowledge itself was enough, we did not need to bother human beings with it. Libraries are full of knowledge. We could take one fat book and make it chairman of National Technology Council. It's not knowledge. It's what you can do with the knowledge that counts. So this global shift towards skills, and Pakistan thankfully is following that, and these programs and National Technology Council and all our curriculum is exactly that. For those of you who have done this curriculum building, we have even helped the teachers how to assess students. In the curriculum book itself, it's written that after completion of this course, any course, the student will be able to A, B, C, D. These are tied to the program educational objectives, the course learning objectives, and the graduate attributes that the world expects of technology graduates. So the teacher knows exactly what he has to teach, exactly how he has to assess their students. So that is a great achievement. Along with the standards of education itself, ATC and MTC, we are working to strengthen and upbring this entire technology business by a few things. We have submitted to the Ministry of Education and Professional Training a draft NTC Act, which will separate us from Education Commission, which currently we are a subsidiary. So this act has gone to the ministry. Now, I don't want to sound antagonistic, but there's a lot of political people trying to thwart this effort of ours. We are pushing, we will do whatever we can, but we are facing a lot of problems. There is a thing called the International Engineering Alliance. They are like the granddaddy regulators who maintain standards of engineering technology and engineering technicians in the world. So those countries who want their programs to be upgraded have to be members, what they call signatories of different accords under the International Engineering Agreement. For engineers, the accord is called a Washington Accord. Washington Accord is just a club of people who know what standards engineers should have. For technologists, there's a Sydney Accord, and for technicians, there's the Dublin Accord. Now, we have applied to membership of the Sydney Accord, and to become a member, the first step is that 2 member states must become your mentors, otherwise your application is not considered. We were fortunate enough that Malaysia, I don't know the name of the board, they have very
link
to hold our hand, and in New Zealand, people are willing to hold our hand. So this is for the young kids we are trying to do. One of the problems when my inspection teams go to universities, and please don't take this offensively. Like I said, I just talk because I want the whole system, not just technologists, the whole system for Pakistan to be on. The weakest part is the government colleges of technology. When I was a vice chancellor in UET Peshawar, there were more degrees from the GCTs that I had to sign than for the UET itself. And once I went to them and I said, Principal Sir, this is pathetic, but he said to me, in Urdu it sounds better, but in English, I don't have money to poison myself. Zahir khane ka mere paas paisa nahi hai. You are asking me to bring equipment. So since these are very badly funded, GCTs are the weakest link. As it is, the technology thing is weak for the government colleges of technology. So with the Shah Sahab sitting here, I hope my voice is taken to the right places. Without bringing up these GCTs, things are not going to work. For those of you engineering side, perhaps you know that the demand for engineering by students is declining. When I was a vice chancellor, I started, the peak was 22,000 people applied for 1,000 positions, seats. And when I left, 17,000 kids applied. Now, Professor Saab was telling me at dinner last night that less than 7,000 people are applied. Now, again, without being uncharitable, this is a systemic fix. Engineers should be doing engineering. If engineers do technologists' job, they are not trained to do technologists' job, so they don't do the job well. Technologists who are trained to do the technologist job don't have a job. It's like if you have a PIA pilot and instead you give them some bus running from here to Hyderabad, he'll run the bus badly and the bus driver who's expert, he'll be out of a job. So this system correction was needed. Like I said, engineers are the people who sent the James Webb satellite. They are engineers. Bringing it to this level, look, the engineer or the architect designed the building. The roof is, I don't know, 70 feet. So for 70 feet, you need so much girders, so much steel in the girders, so much this and so much that. Okay, that's the engineer's job. Then there is the unpad Mazdoor, or the skilled Mazdoor, skilled labor. And they do the bricklaying and the plastering, the DAE types. And then there is the technologist. He cannot design the roof, but he can read the drawings. And he can talk to the technician or the labor, skilled and unskilled, in the language which they understand. So engineering practice actually needs 5 players. The scientist, too far above, let's cut him off. Engineer, engineering technologist, and engineering technician, skilled and unskilled labor. Remove the skilled and unskilled labor. Engineering has to be practiced, is practiced, will be practiced by engineers, along with engineering technologists, along with engineering technicians. You can wish it the way you want. This is how the world is, and this is how Pakistan must quickly come in step. I'm actually quite confident with the voice that technologists, they used to come, I don't know, some of these probably also, when I first joined the NTC in 2020, they used to come and Hartaling and Chairman Kumar or Kumar, all the time they were doing that. Thank God they are quieter now. They are understanding that we, in our humble capacity, are doing the best we can to uplift them to wherever they need to be. So I'm very grateful to the community. They are helping us. Engineers, engineering technologists, they are your professional siblings. They are part of the same family. It's like, I've got 2 legs. How can I chop off 1 leg and then try to say, why don't I walk in a balanced fashion? How does it work? Engineers, engineering technologists, engineering technicians, part of the same team. In cricket, they are batsmen, they are bowlers, they are wicket keepers, they are field, whatever. Part of the same team. Different skill sets. So I think if we understand this harmony, this friction will finish. I believe, sir, one of the problems in which we need government support, I've tried to talk to the governors, tried to talk to the chief ministers, that we need to map and separate engineers and engineering technologists in the same vein as doctors and nurses working in the same profession, sometimes in the same hospital, have different tracks. They're not competing with each other. Like I said, the technicians, 11 to 16, 17 and above, they were stacked beautifully till 73. Since 73, for 45 years, since we do not have access into the system by these people, there is frustration. So my humble request to you is, let sin take the lead. I would be more than happy to talk to the Chief Minister, talk to the Chief Secretary, give them briefing on how we can separate. Wherever there is an engineering technologist has to be, whether it's highways, it's buildings, it's irrigation, it's whatever. But there are no position for that, so I need your support. My dream, instead of infighting like we are doing, why not create, again, I think, huge political statement come from you and your leadership. Why not have a Pakistan Engineering and Technology Authority, under which there is Pakistan Engineering Council, there is the National Technology Council, and there is TEFTA and NAFTEC. We are all doing the same thing. NAFTEC and TEFTA, they go up to DAE level. We do the post-DAE but technology, and yet PC does post-DAE or FSC but engineering. So why not have, since it's the same game, why not have one umbrella organization, and that will solve this whole issue, and everybody will be in harmony. Let me just close by saying once again, sir, thank you so very much for asking me to come and for holding this fantastic organization. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience and your time. God bless you all. Pakistan, Panindala.
Thank you so much, Mr. Imtiaz Hussain Gilani sir. He is the chairman of National Technology Council. Taking this opportunity once again, I would like to share my personal feelings about it. And I believe most of the people sitting inside this hall must be agreeing with me on the fact that despite being engineering graduates ourselves, we do understand the problems or the concerns of the technologists. The technologists have been fighting for their rights since 1970s and 80s. And it's a great milestone achieved by their struggle that the council, which is responsible to register and accredit their programs, has now been finally established. There is National Technology Council. And as an employee of a faculty member of the BBSUTSD skill development myself, I feel very honored to let you know that the first meeting of the National Technology Council chairman, the then chairman, Major General Akbar Singh, with the stakeholders of all the universities of Sindh, was held in our university. And I was very much impressed and inspired by his leadership, by his communication, by his concerns, by his visions, and his ability to come in harmony with all the technology programs and graduates and those leaders who are organizing these all programs. At that time, I feel honored to have been working under the leadership of the first Vice Chancellor, Engineer Professor Dr. Madhud Ali Shah, who is now amongst us also. And he was also very much agreeing with the ideas shared by the then chairperson. And right now, we are also having the similar expectations from the current leadership as well. And we are also having very high expectations from all the concerned authorities that their struggle will not just lead to a great milestone, but inshallah, they will also be having very great achievements in their careers as well, just like the way engineers are having. So thank you so much, Imtiaz Gilani sir. Now, it's time for the souvenir sessions, and our cultural tradition is that we used to decorate with Sindhi topi and ajrak all the respected guests of any specific event. Respected Sayyid Asad Ali Shah Sahab has also arrived in the auditorium. I would like to give a warm welcome to Sayyid Asad Ali Shah Sahab on this occasion. Welcome, sir. Now I would request Honorable Professor Dr. Rasul Mirs, Vice Chancellor, Benazir Bhutto State University of Technology and Skill Development, to please decorate with ajrak and Sindhi topi to Honorable Sayyid Kamil Shah Sahab former Chief Minister of Sindh and currently the member of the Provincial Assembly of Sindh. Please, sir. The Vice Chancellor is also requested to please present the shield to the chief guest of this event.
And now I would like to request His Excellency Sayyid Kaimali Shah Sahab, former Chief Minister Sindh, to present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi and an honor shield to the Vice Chancellor of the Benazir Bhutto Shahid University of Technology and Skill Development, Professor Dr. Rasool Baksh Mahar Sahab.
I would request both of the dignitaries to please stay on stage. Respected Vice Chancellor and Chief Guest Sayyid Kaimali Shah Sahab. Now I would request His Excellency Sayyid Kaimali Shah Sahab, former Chief Minister Sindh, accompanied by Professor Dr. Rasool Baksh Mahar, Vice Chancellor BBSUTSD, to present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi and the shield to Professor Dr. Taha Hussain Ali, Vice Chancellor Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Navshehra.
Now I would like to request Sayyid Kaimali Shah Sahab, accompanied by the Vice Chancellor BBSUTSD Khairpur, to present the Ajrak, Sindhi Topi and Honor Shield to Mr. Imtiaz Hussain Gilani, Chairman National Technology Council, NTC. Thank you, Sir Kaimali Shah Sahab. Please have your seat. And the worthy Vice Chancellor requested to please be present on the stage, sir. Now I would like to request Engineer Shamotra Jay, Assistant Professor, the BBSUTSD, accompanied by Professor Dr. Rasool Baksh Mahar Sahab, Vice Chancellor BBSUTSD Khairpur, to present Ajrak to Professor Dr. Fatiha Shuja, Professor at the UK and Malaysia. Respected Vice Chancellor is requested to please present the honored shield and certificate to Ms. Professor Dr. Fatiha Shuja.
Now I would request Honorable Professor Dr. Hussain Baksh Mahar, Dean Faculty of Engineering Technology, BBSUTSD Khairpur, accompanied by Professor Dr. Rasool Baksh Mahar Sahab, Vice Chancellor BBSUTSD Khairpur, to please present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi to Honorable Professor Dr. Abdul Sami Qureshi, Pro Vice Chancellor Mehran University of Engineering Technology, Shahid Zulfikar Bhutto Campus, Khairpur. I would request Abdul Sadiq Qureshi sir to please stay on stage along with Professor Dr. Now I would request Honorable Guest of Honor, Asad Ali Shah sir, to please come on the stage, and I would request Professor Dr. Rasul Bashnar to please present Sindhi Topi Ajrak to the Honorable Guest Sayyid Asad Ali Shah sir.
Thank you, sir. Abdul Samir Qureshi sir, please have your seat. I would like to request Honorable Dr. Manthar Kirio Sahab, Professor and Chairman Department of Civil Engineering Technology, BBSUTSD Khairpur, accompanied by the Vice Chancellor, to present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi to Engineer Professor Dr. Mehran Shah Sahab, Professor
Sama mana real yang mana?
I would like to request Professor Dr. Manthar Kirio Sahab, accompanied by the Vice Chancellor, to present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi to Engineer Professor Dr. Zahid Hussain Khan, Vice Chancellor, Aurora University of Art and Architecture, Design and Heritage, Sakhar. Okay, unfortunately, sir is not here.
I would request Dr. Mujib Iqbal Sumro, Associate Professor and Director Administration at the Mehran University of Engineering Technology, Sheikh Zayed Bhutto Campus, Khairpur, accompanied by Dr. Rasul Bashnar Sahab, Vice Chancellor BBSUTSD, to please present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi to Professor Dr. Khalid Ahmed Ibu Bhutto, Vice Chancellor Shah Abdul Aziz University, Khairpur.
I would like to request Honorable mirs Sahab, Director Planning and Development, BBSUTSD Khairpur, accompanied by Professor Dr. Rasul Bashnar Sahab, to decorate our guest with decorate our guest Mr. Riaz Hussain Sumro, Secretary Benazir Bhutto Shahid Human Research and Development Board, with Ajrak and Topi. Please, sir.
I would request Mr. Nawaz Purkotur Sahab, Director of BBSH RRDB, to represent Mr. Riaz Hussain Sumro and receive Sindhi Topi and Ajrak on his behalf. I would request now Mr. Abdul Rahman Amroti Sahab, Principal Khairpur Mirs Schools, International Schools, to please come on the stage and receive Sindhi Topi Ajrak from respected Vice Chancellor, BBSUTSD Khairpur.
I would like to request our honorable guest from Paktok Marif International Schools, Ms. Dilek, to please come on the stage and receive a gift of Ajrak from Ms. Chamotra J, Assistant Professor, Civil Engineering Technology, BBSUTSD Khairpur.
I would now request Madam Shazia Feroz, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics at BBSUTSD Khairpur, to please present Ajrak and Sindhi Topi to Ms. Nejla, our distinguished guest from Turkey, and the presence of Professor Dr. Rasul accompanied by Vice Chancellor.
I would like to request our guest, Ms. Yon Chen, General Manager, Sunpen Technology Private Limited, to please come on the stage and receive a gift of Ajrak from Sadia Kusum, Lecturer, BBSUTSD Khairpur, accompanied by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Technology and Skill Development Khairpur.
I would request Engineer Chamotra J, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil at BBSUTSD Khairpur, to please present the cultural shawl to Ms. Nosheen, Assistant General Manager, Sunpen Technology Private Limited. Honorable Rector, your Vice Chancellor, Shri Rasul Sahab, is requested to please accompany them.
I would like to request Mr. Zoe, Project Manager Sunpen Company Private Limited, to please come on the stage and receive a gift of Ajrak from Dr. Mantar Video, Professor and Chairman, Civil Engineering Technology, BBSUTSD Khairpur.
This marks the conclusion of souvenir distribution ceremony. I am very thankful to all the guests and participants who participated in this graceful event. Thank you so much, Dr. Ashish Marsha. Thank you so much, all the guests.
व्हाट्सएप में कर रहा हूँ सही में मोकले हूँ.
And now I would like to request our today's chief guest, a seasoned politician and a learned lawmaker who has the honor to having served as a chief minister of Sindh 3 times, currently an elected member of the Provincial Assembly of Sindh, His Excellency Sayyid Qaim Ali Shah Jilani Sahab. Please grace the occasion with much awaited address to the audience of IMCEET-2023.
साईं कुंदन साहब जनरल सब हाणे साईं कैमरे सां तकरीर करे हलियो वेंदो सेफ जो सब नहीं पक्का है
डॉक्टर महर वाइस चांसलर जी भुट्टो स्किल डेवलपमेंट mostly you have spoken on technical engineering. I think it would be a point. Nowadays, popular. Anyhow, I don't think I can justify myself of a subjective concern, but other one, I think hardly somebody has spoken. That is skill development. That is very necessary importance. So far, Sindh is concerned, even so far Pakistan is concerned, so far Khairpur is concerned. There used to be school for skill development some 50 years back in Khairpur state. Khairpur had so many problems, but some also very well states, the government of that time relied and created. That is free education. About 50 years back, we had free education in that. Totally free. Not only lodging free, boarding free, even clothes and school. Poor people were given books. That's what you call them. The then Khairpur state, so advanced. So far development is concerned, we had very good road building, and definitely I have to say that one unit made, the people at the helm of place, they promised that Khairpur people these same privileges are facilities which were available to them, but unfortunately not a single government was fulfilled. Anyhow, this is one way. Nowadays, you know, there's a lot of unemployed, rampant, I would say, sin throughout Pakistan. When we were on behalf of distributing scholarships, free education in some areas, I would say some people from other side of the province, they had a lot of reservations. They said, we have money to distribute scholarships or have a free education. We that was the commitment of the Bhutto, that we will have free education in Sindh or in Pakistan. So not only free education up to matric, but even specialized people, they got scholarships going to foreign states. Nowadays, you know, education is very, very महंगी. Hardly people can afford to meet, otherwise, you know, it's very difficult to meet four ranks. But we are able to create a space for free education in some of the areas, not all overall. For those who are living in distant areas like Champaka, like Koistan, these people are getting free education up to matric. And also, we are giving special attention to girls in these areas. About, I think I don't exactly remember, during my days, we were giving 350 rupees per month to child children up to matric. That was also an innovative stage, innovative idea we made. Even here, I don't boast, but if you go to civil hospital, there is a free health facilities, except those who can afford. Not only free health facility, but also free education up to matric. Step by step, we are going ahead. That was also a commitment of Pakistan People's Party, that we try and have a free education up to matric. I'm sorry, I can't remember properly. I was totally not able to speak. So therefore, I have difficulty to reach you because of my thing. Anyhow, I appreciate the effort made by the President incumbent, Dr. Mirs. Hardly, I think, you have spent 1 month. 1 month. And he has been able to organize an important conference. Credit to you. It was a challenge, I think, to have such a dry subject, but of course very important to discuss and have great people like Dilan say words and people from different places. He spoke very well. Asna got some music. It is a fun towards going to many objectives. So far, this university is concerned. It was, and it is the first of its kind in Pakistan, I would say. You must have traveled to our Pakistan. I don't think with such effective topics and effective technology, any other university has kindled or created in Pakistan. Therefore, it is made in other provinces also. But so far, I such an important university is made in any other province so far. So it's very important and should be given top priority in these words when there is rampant unemployment. This can meet to a certain extent the demand of unemployed. They can be given short education or given sector in different fields. I think when I was there, we are having 30 subjects in this university. I don't know what is it. I'm out of it. You can imagine that even the Ugla Sarva, I'm one of the young advocates who suffer from monetary suffering, they were given training here during my days. Attracted by this effort, I know the GOC now, Panwakar called me auntie. He said, you are doing very well. Create this part of you in my premises, do it for the way. I said, no, you have allowed this, that is sufficient. We are here to look after them. But since you have given this, it is transparent. Is still being running, of course, by GOC with the help of Central. So, the skill development, I think it was not even worse. That was also part of technical and skill development. So I did attend to this part of your subject. And I think philanthropists, if not some government, short of funds. Of course, such institutions require a lot of funds. I will also try, because budget is coming, to get you. I will try to see that you do not have any complaint. Congratulate the students who are very, very important. And I hope you will come up to the expectations of your parents who have sent you here. But the numbers so far are not keeping in view the name of the university and the importance of the university. Maybe to attract young men, because there is no such other facility available in most of the people might not know, knowing there is such a university which can also impart I'm grateful to you and really like to listen this speeches of this father. Thank you very much.
Former Chief Minister of Sin and currently the member of the Provincial Assembly of Sin. Verily, the institutions which are established in the district of Khairpur are no doubt a great achievement And when I compare my estate life with the other districts, I feel really privileged. The Khairpur has become something like Jamshedpur or something like Karachi, which is considered to be a hub of education now. We have medical university, we have engineering university, we have technology university, we have agriculture university, and we have got many other institutions. So the district of Khairpur has been blessed with all of these institutions with the efforts put by Honorable Sayyid Kaibali Shah Sahab in developing this particular location. So we are very much thankful to our chief guest for having been with us and having graced all of this occasion. Now, Engineer Raz Ahmed Sahab, General Manager, Leo Biscuits Sakka, and Ms. Shahnaz Khan, Plant Manager, Continental Biscuits Limited, have also arrived in the auditorium. I would like to welcome them all on behalf of First International Multidisciplinary Conference on Emerging Trends in Engineering Technology, organized by the Benazir Bhutto University of Technology and Skill Development in collaboration with Mehran University of Engineering Technology Center of Khairpur. So, Engineer Riaz and Ms. Shahnaz, welcome to the conference. Now, in the last, I would like to request Professor Dr. Abdul Samir Qureshi Sahab, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Campus, Khairpur, for the vote of thanks speech. Welcome, sir, Dr. Qureshi Sahab.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is always our custom at the end we do extend a vote of thanks to all speakers, keynote speakers, guests from different universities, national and international speakers, keynote speakers. So, respected notables, distinguished guests and my dear colleagues, let me say Assalamu alaikum to all. I stand here today humbled and grateful to express my sincere thanks on behalf of the entire organizing committee for the international conference. Firstly, I would like to thank our esteemed guests who have spared their precious time out of their busy schedule and graced the conference with their valuable presence, especially the chief guest, Sayyid Kaibali Shah Jilani, former Chief Minister, who has established universities not only in this region but also provided education at the doorsteps, and in his tenure he always thought of quality education. So whenever we think about the quality education, whenever we think about the education at the doorsteps, his name will be always remembered with golden words. Let me also thank to the Vice Chancellor, Mehran University of Engineering and Technology, who has been recently appointed as Vice Chancellor and has given us a vision of 2030, where he has thought to open the different programs with the trends or requirement, whatever we are looking today, inshallah, whatever the proposals will come out, on the recommendation of those proposals, certainly that will be a great input for us to hook our programs with the new trend. Also, I thank guest of honor, Mr. Imtiaz Hussain Gilani, Chairman NTC Islamabad, who has given a great speech about the importance of the technologist and is working hard to have the recognition and due placement in the service structure. So I hope that with his struggle, the technologists will also get their due share, and certainly the collaboration or the working together of engineers, technologists and technicians always make every structure successful. Without them, their coordination, no any structure will be possible to have a, useful use. Let me also thank to the keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Fatiha Suja from UK, Malaysia, who has given provoking thoughts about the sustainability to the West and purely technical paper, which is actually the need of our cities. So inshallah, with her recommendations that will certainly give us ideas for our cities, how to keep them clean. The intellectual contributions and on the disasters of the flood, which was initiated by Sayyid Asad Ali Shah Sahab, we had good media coverage, and they are always very much cooperative to highlight the issues of our region, our society. With their coverage, we are getting also very much recognition, and I surely expect that they will cooperate in the future also. I would also like to thank the district management for their support, and whenever we write them letters, they extend their cooperation, and with their support we are able to organize such wonderful events in our campus. So let me also extend my heartfelt thanks to the volunteers and organizing team who are working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the smooth running of this conference. Your hard work and dedication will be instrumental in making this conference a memorable experience for all. Let me also inform you that I am retiring on 19th of May, and I am very much happy that my successor, who is present here, Dr. Mehran, he has also vast experience of administration, and I hope that the collaboration what we extended last time holding the international conference with the Shah Abdul Latif University and IBS Akhar, and now we have extended collaboration to the Sheikh Benazir Bhutto University of Technology and Skill Development will be continued in future also, and we used to be inshallah generous in providing and facilitating in organizing such international conference in our campus under the leadership of our worthy Vice Chancellor Dr. Taha Hussain Ali, who is also always generous to attend whenever we have invited him. He traveled a long way and he attended such events as an encouragement. Last but not least, I would like to acknowledge the support and sponsorship of our event sponsors. Without your support, this conference would not have been possible. In conclusion, this international conference has been a wonderful opportunity for all of us to come together and exchange ideas on some of the most pressing issues our world facing today. I wish you all for resounding success and thank you for making this conference possible. We look forward to your continued support in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Abdul Samee Qureshi Sahab. And now on the behalf of the university, we are indebted to you all. And now I would like to extend my heartiest thanks to all the respected guests and dignitaries for valuable time. Feeling tempted? Yes, it is time for tea, and respected guests are requested to please proceed to the basement of this auditorium. The management is requested to escort the guests to the location, please. And the students, faculty and staff is requested to please stay in the auditorium.
Management is requested to please guide the guests to the